Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Thursday, August 25th. And if you're watching in real time, I film it a day ahead of time, but it can also be timeless for any time you stumble upon this. I just reviewed the Threads of Fate Weaver Tarot, and I really like to use this for you guys. It's so pretty. So let's take a look. It's a very it's almost like an oracle-y type tarot, very neutral, with no like gender biases, just very kind of spiritual. All right, but definitely some of the same Rider-Waite-Smith messaging. Alrighty, let's take off the top, and we have the Nine of Swords. That came out last night, and it didn't feel too scary. It's just somebody was having, who was that? I think it was, one of my sparkles of light was maybe having some anxiety. So maybe somebody out there is too. Then we have the Seeker of Swords. And the Conqueror of Coins. Okay, very interesting. So the Seeker represents the page, and it's very much what it says. It's seeking something. And the Conqueror represents, I believe that's the Knight. Yes. So let's zoom in more closely and figure out what Spirit wants to let you know. So this represents to me something that happens or has happened that was upsetting, that had some grief to it possibly, or it could represent a range of things, from some minor things to bigger, greater anxiety and depression, or having trouble sleeping and things like that. And of course that's not going to fit everyone, so that's why I feel like in a minor sense it could be those just daily things that we go through, and what we do sometimes, instead of preparing and planning for positive outcomes, we plan for the worst case scenario, or we plan for A, B, and C. In case A doesn't happen, we have B and C, which is fine. But in true manifesting, you see A and only A manifests, And so it's interesting because I've done that before myself. I allow those too many possibilities to happen instead of focusing on the only thing I want to happen, right? But there is also this, you can't always just do that, right? There is this feeling of, we want to surrender, but we don't want to get stuck there. We want to accept the past, but we also want to do something too to move on. So there's a combination of surrender, acceptance, manifesting what you want, and then also there is going to be a time where you have to physically do something, or spiritually move on. So it's interesting because grieving process is different for every single person, and everybody has particular coping mechanisms no matter what they're dealing with, but from small to large. So I feel like in a general sense, it's like no rushing things, no rushing, don't rush to get out of it if you don't want to, if you don't feel like you're ready to. But if you're the type of person that needs to get out of it and needs not to dwell in it, then do what you need to do, right? If you're the kind of person that needs to move on to better thoughts and better feelings, do what you need to do. Also, if doing this alone is not working for you, then seek a counseling or seek someone that can help you learn more about your patterns, your needs for yourself, because it's not a cookie cutter world out there. We can't always follow one particular set of directions in order to heal or to move on or to get to a happy space or whatever the heck that we're trying to get to, right? So the Seeker of Swords is intellect and curiosity. So some of you out there watching this will find the best way to move on is to go back into your head, but not in an anxiety way or a catastrophizing way, but in a curious way. Use your natural curiosity to seek out things like books and knowledge, and if you kind of observe yourself and be your own counselor, and kind of zoom out and get a big picture and look at yourself as your own client if you want, or seek the professional if you feel that you should. But zooming out and look in, it's not about picking yourself apart. It's not about putting yourself down or judging yourself. It's just about, oh, okay, well, what is it about me? What is it about this situation that's got me feeling this way? And is there any practical ways that I can feel better about it or learn from it, or or do I just need to sit in this energy for a while? But this is really, it's like, I feel like this is also kind of like the Cinderella moment when she feels sort of sad and hopeless, and then the fairy godmother comes. And the fairy godmother is like, if you didn't believe and still have faith, then I wouldn't be here. And that's kind of the thing that happens. You're ready to move on when you feel faith and hope grow again inside of you. And then you start to get excited and you get curious. Maybe you get some information or news that you didn't know before that helps lift your hopes up and helps you realize, oh, maybe it wasn't so bad after all. Maybe there was alternative reasons, behind the scenes things that I didn't see, whatever. Maybe I'm grieving for something that's not actually lost. There could be lots of possibilities. The Seeker of Swords helps you get into a little bit healthier space where you're seeing the possibilities and the hope here. And yeah, and just like a lot of great ideas are coming through. It's with the Page of Swords, it could be communication too. Like pages are also like, if you're seeking, what you seek is seeking you. So there could be somebody coming through that wants to communicate with you, because pages are about the messenger and swords is about verbal messages, truth and honesty and clarity. So there's going to be a clarity coming through, and I think that's going to make you feel so much better. And then you're going to even step into this really high energy. The Conqueror of Coins, for a lot of you, this could be maybe a grief of losing money. Some of you could be a grief of losing a friend, but or just a perceived loss of something that wasn't even lost. Or it just could be sadness about something minor, and then something great just happens the very next minute, day, whatever. It's like sometimes we think, oh, it's going to be like this forever. No, this too shall pass. It, like in minutes something can happen and something wonderful happens, or the very next day can be like night and day, right? Like the very next day could be something wonderful. So the Conqueror here, is the Knight. And the Knight of Pentacles, it's like slow and steady wins the race. He's going to get there, If this is you, you'll get there eventually. If it's somebody you care about, they're going to get there eventually. They're going to come to you, or they're going to... The process is happening, and it's about time, and it's about time. I think I had a title like that once. This is also about grounded hard work and routine, and sometimes going into a routine again, into your daily life, into your daily grind, can be just the solution you need to this situation. But I feel like money matters are completely 100% improving for a lot of you, and also relationship, emotional matters are improving too. Like you're feeling better and you're feeling grounded and you're feeling at peace and you're not so stressed out or anxious anymore or worried about something. Sometimes we think this is boring energy, but it's actually, you know, after we've been through this, we'll take a little boring, right? We'll take a little peace and quiet and a little contentment, a little relaxation. But so this is, you know, good, healthy, firm boundaries. It's once you've established or found something that works, it's what you kind of like stick with. You just stay here and you feel good in this energy, and you don't really want to move too much right away, because it's just this feels peaceful enough. You don't want to go back to an anxious place. This could also be for a lot of you that after you've sought your counseling or therapy or something, maybe you found some actual medicine that helps you stabilize your issues, like if it's depression or something like that. Even I'm not advocating anything in particular. I'm saying that tarot in itself is not in place of a doctor's visit. So if you feel like you need to go to a doctor, definitely go to a doctor. And but at the same time, if you want to try homeopathic type remedies and things like that to help yourself, then, you know, go ahead and explore. This is about exploring your options, seeking out things that elevate your mood and elevate your mind, even that can get you out of funks and things like that, you know? So there's all kinds of possibilities, all kinds of ways out there. And I think you'll find just the thing that you're looking for and feel nice and calm and steady. And sometimes this could be, news from the friend that you thought was missing, or, you know, or news about the money that you thought was stolen, you know, and then you feel, okay, that relief feeling, that steady feeling, that life is back to normal again feeling. So there you go. It's a little, you know, it's not like the greatest exciting energy, but it's definitely a relief. It's a big relief. So I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.
Feeling the vibe? Like, share, and subscribe!